Cam, thanks so much for doing this. How you doing as you get set to head to Madison, Wisconsin for the games?
Thanks for having me, boys. I'm feeling great, actually. Yeah. I've been tired for the last couple of weeks because of the volume for sure, but we start tempering today. I think it raised yesterday and it feels great now. And I'm already starting to feel way better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, as you can tell by your background, you're in Cookeville right now, prepping with the Mayhem crew. What is that ramp up for the games look like relative to years past?
I've been doing way more volume this summer than what I was doing before. It's been hard. Honestly, I have a couple of days where I was like really tired, and even I have to cut some of the volume in the afternoon because my body was like not getting to the ground, but like I was tired. And but it's been super great, and I feel super great right now.
You are getting ready to compete in person for the first time in a long time. What's that going to be like for you when you actually step out onto the competition floor in Madison and there are fans and your fellow competitors on the floor with you?
I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. It's been just like you said, it's been a long time now. And I was a little bit pissed that CrossFit gives me all this game because I was in the US and I was hoping to get my feedback on the competition floor. I'm also a little bit nervous because it's been a while. So, but at the same time, I think I've been having a lot of experience right now, and I think I'm going to be fine. And I just can't wait to just like you said, being on the middle of the field with everybody, seeing the fan cheer for everybody, and just live that experience again.
Yeah.
And the last time you were on the games floor in person was 2019. It was your rookie debut. You went from two strong performances to start inside the top 10 to eventually getting cut before the week. A couple events later, your weekend was over. What sort of lessons did you learn from that experience? That was quite the roller coaster.
It's been honestly I was mad after that for sure because I'm a competitor, but I remember when I finished the first day of competition, I was 6th overall, and I came in my hotel room. I was like, "Oh my god, am I that good? And like, am I doing it right?" And I was like, I don't know, it was kind of a new feeling for me. I was just enjoying the moment. And the next day after that, it was the run with the ruck, and I never had the chance to run with the ruck with the backpack before, so it just crushed me. And I was sad a little bit that my week I just had the chance to do 4 workout, but at the same time, it was my first year, so it's and I wasn't expecting to be at the games in 2019. So for me, that was like a big goal, and it was like, all right. I mean, it's okay to be like the competitor inside of me was mad, and that was okay. But my person, me, Sam, was proud of me of the work I've been putting for the last couple of years before that.
You mentioned wanting to get feedback by being on the competition floor with your fellow athletes. The past 2 big competitions, Atlas Games, you finished 3rd. That was virtual. And then the games last year, 10th. What did you learn about yourself as far as a competitor is concerned after those 2 events?
I think I just honestly, I think I just know myself better than before. I know my strength, I know my weaknesses, I know where I need to push more harder in the workout, and where I need to take it a bit more easy and make sure I'm not crashing in the workout. I think that's a big difference right now. For sure, I'm fitter than last year, and I'm fitter than 2 years ago because I've been training hard. But honestly, I just think I know myself better. That's it.
And kind of going back to the Mayhem thing, what sort of specific guidance has Rich and that team been able to provide you as far as how you approach competition and the mindset of being, a top 10 athlete at the games now?
Yeah. Hard to say. I'm trying to not think about it, honestly. I'm just trying to not think about it. It's for sure I want to do better than last year. I want to finish on my goals this year is to finish on the podium or close. I'm always being honest with myself, and I don't to say like I want to win the CrossFit Games. Yeah, I want to win the CrossFit Games just like everybody else, but it's barely impossible to say he's going to win because now Matt is not there anymore, so it's barely impossible to say who's going to win. But no, yeah, the big goal is to win, but myself is just to do better than last year. And if I finish 9, I will accomplish my goal for this year.
what is it like for you as a competitor going into a CrossFit Games where when someone says, wow, it's wide open, it actually is because Matt Fraser is no longer there?
Yeah, I'm excited to see because I think we are like a lot of guys in the men's side who can win the CrossFit Games. It's just about a question of the workout, the moment, what's going to happen that weekend. But we are, I think, for the next couple of years, I would not be surprised if we see a new champion every year. It's because the field is so strong right now. And there's a young guy like me, Melrose, Oper now, and all the like Chandler Smith, Panchik. We're like 10 to 20 guys or we can win the game. So I think it's going to be excited for the fans to see that every year.
And just talking about you personally as an athlete and some of the things that maybe get you fired up. I'm curious if like we've seen you perform really well with like handstand walks and some of the higher skill movements, but I'm curious, what are some things that you really you really cherish in the gym, the things that you're like, yeah, I can't wait to attack it. That's what like gets me jazzed.
Oh, the swim paddle workout.
Really?
I think I can surprise a lot of people. I'm not saying I'm going to win the workout because I'm a big guy. I'm not going to finish first in the swimming workout, never in my life. But I think I can surprise a lot of people in my swimming because Rich, I've been swimming a lot in the last year, and I'm excited to test it just because, the entire summer, every workout of swimming, I'm like, I'm getting better. I'm faster now. I'm comfortable in the water, and I'm like, hey, I can push the pace now. It's just not like just trying to survive. I can actually work out. So I'm excited to see it. Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about this before we started recording, but what is it like for you to be in that environment at CrossFit Mayhem on a daily basis?
Oh, just like I told you, it's a game changer. Yeah. And the big thing is, we were talking about it. I think the big thing for me is like everybody in the barn we show up every morning and we all have the same goal, is to win or to be better than yesterday. So if you have a bad day or you're just tired on this day, when you see everybody who's working out on your side is pushing hard, it's putting you in the mood just to like, all right, it's job time. So let's go, push harder. Even if it's a hard day, just give your 100% and tomorrow you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. And because of Rich, Ale, Royce, Luke, Ellie, Tasia, everybody in the barn, it's really helpful to have those people on your side. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And maybe for some people who aren't quite as familiar with you, how did you find CrossFit first off, and how did you get into wanting to compete in the sport and pursue the games?
Okay, that's a long story. I tried to make it quick, but so I was working in construction before CrossFit. I was playing high level hockey also, and 2013-ish, I think I got a car accident who gave me like a huge concussion. At the beginning of it, we thought it wasn't like that bad, but actually it went super bad. So for a full year, I wasn't able to, like the first 2 months, I wasn't able to walk outside. It was too hard for me. I was super tired. The sun in my eyes was like burning me. So I went the first 2 months, I was barely like locked down in my rooms because even watching TV was too hard. So it took me a year to recover for that huge concussion. And after a year, I missed the boat to play high level hockey because I just missed like the draft and everything. So I have one of my friends I was playing hockey with when I was younger. He was coaching at CrossFit, the same gym where Albert Dominique LaRouche was working out at this time. So we spoke together. He's like, hey, you should come try. You see, it's more like a sport. It's not like training. And I was like, you know me. I'm like, training. You remember me, like when we were doing like outside training of hockey, I was like the laziest guy possible in the team. I was super good at hockey, but to be honest, I didn't like training outside of it. So after a couple of weeks, I'm like, all right, I'm going to come. I'll try. And so I went for my first class and I was like, you know what? I think, it's kind of fun. So I just signed up for like 3 classes a week. And I started in 2014, do my first open after like 3 weeks of working out in CrossFit. And from 2014 to 16-ish, I was doing like 5 classes a week, some extra work in the weekend, but nothing crazy. And after 2 years, at some point, I was like, I think I'm getting good at it. I can maybe try to push harder. So I was doing classes after work and doing some 3 to more workout after that, leaving the gym at like 9 p.m., go back to work at 5 a.m. in the next morning and doing that for like 7 days a week. And in 2017, I decided to quit my job and just give it a shot to see like, all right, let's try. Maybe it's like my second chance to live like my athlete life that I was hoping for in hockey. And I made the regional the next year after that. I was like, oh my God, it's working. So I'm like, all right, let's keep going. So my goal was to qualify for the games in like 2020. Well, I actually qualified in 2019. So I'm like, I think I'm doing the right thing right now. So I'm like, since then, I've been doing it full time.
What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is the scouting report on Sam Cournoyer for people who might not know you that well?
I love everything about gymnastic. So muscle up, bar muscle up, inside walk, strict and push-ups, rope climb, everything like that. I'm a strong guy with a barbell. I'm a way better swimmer right now, and I'm excited to test my run also at the games. Running has always been like, I'm not a bad runner. It's just I'm a big guy. I'm 5'10", 205. I have short leg-ish, so it's for me like I PR my mile, or we did like a 12 weeks program with Insha for the last 12 weeks, and I'm sure I can PR my mile right now, but my mile will be like around like 5:15. I'm not a guy who can go sub 5, but for me, it's huge. So I'm excited to just test my run at the games this year and see how I improve it. But yeah, I love gymnastic basically. Gymnastic and some barbell.
And I was going to, I guess you kind of answered it. I was going to ask, what were the things that you think you've improved upon the most in the last calendar year specifically? Because I know Mayhem takes a pretty holistic approach to all the different coaches and stuff they bring in. But would you say it's your running? Oh,
for sure. My run is way better than before. Like if Dave announced that we're going to redo the rock workout from 2019, I will be excited about it. I will not be scared this time. Like I remember in 2019 when he announced the workout, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I mean, just running for me is hard. So I can imagine running with a 50-pound backpack. But now I will stay like honest with myself and try to like be between like 15 to 20 in the workout. But I think it's possible right now because I'm better than before.
And growing up as a hockey player and that being your original athletic pursuit, I'm kind of curious, what do you think are the carryovers between that sport as far as what are some things that hockey prepared you to do well from the get-go in CrossFit?
I think it's the reason why I'm so good with a barbell is because of my power of the hockey player. And yeah, so I'm powerful. I'm a powerful athlete in everything that I do. And that's something I try to work on for the last year to try to being less powerful and more in control, more everything that I'm doing in the workout so I can save more energy. I don't like it, but if we have a 50 cal bike sprint, I'll be good at it because I'm a powerful guy. I don't like it, but it's good for me. So yeah, I think power will be the right word.
Dave has released some clues and some movements, some frameworks for some events as we get closer to the games. What do you think about what you have seen and heard so far about what awaits you in Madison?
For now, programming looks nice. I'm crossing my finger that the paddle will be something different, just so we can because we've been saying the paddle board for the last 5 to 6 years now. I don't know, but so I'm hoping for something different, like I don't know, standing paddle board or just like maybe kayak or just something different. But the workout's gonna be nice for sure. I'm excited about the pig one with the sled pull and muscle up. My guess is we're gonna have both bar and ring muscle up in the middle of the workout. The sprint-ish, it's not a sprint, but the 500-meter run, I'm excited to see if it's going to be on the track or like 5 times 100-yard dash. I hope it's that. It's going to be fun for the fans to see like a huge race going like down and back and forth. And what is that? Oh, the ski and rope climb. This one's going to be good for me, for sure. It's a pure Mayhem athlete workout, so yeah.
For sure. You're one of 6 Canadian men in the field for the CrossFit Games this year. The Canadian men are really well represented relative to the rest of the world. And all of the Canadians so this year are well accomplished, between you, Couroyer, Fikowski, Vellner, Adler. What does it mean for you to be able to be part of this really probably the deepest contingent of Canadian men that we've ever seen at the games?
It's cool. I mean, it's super nice. I love I love everybody. Like Pat and Fikowski have been, I think I'm going to talk for myself, but I think Pat and Fikowski have been a role model for us, like guys like me, Adler and Couroyer. But now I'm hoping, I think it's our time, like guys like me, Couroyer and Adler, to pass them. I mean, they've been having their time, but now it's our time to show and shine. And no, I mean, it's fun. It's always, that's something I like about CrossFit, because I mean, we know each other and we talk, and it's fun to compete against friends. And when it's like game time, it's fun to see like how we can like separate ourselves and being like really like real competitor. And after that, if he beats me, I'm gonna be happy because he's another Canadian and I want him to success also.
You mentioned this a little bit when we first started talking, but when this is all said and done and you're done with the games and you look back on the competition, what needs to happen for you to be really satisfied with the way that you performed?
Honestly, this year I mean, if you look on the leaderboard, just do better than last year. My real goal is to step on the podium. I know I can. Physically, I can. Mentally, I'm ready. After that, it's just a question of the workout and moment, just like I said. Otherwise, it's going to be my first real CrossFit Games this year. If you look at it, I'm gonna live. I mean, for now, I don't want to talk too fast, but for now, I'm living for Madison, and I'm gonna live the full weekend of the games, 15 events. So I just want to be on Sunday night with my beer in my hands and said, hey, I give everything that I had. I cannot be more proud of me. It's perfect. I don't want to have any regrets on any workout. That's my goal.
One kind of question that I was rolling through my head a little bit is, anytime you get into a good training environment, you usually have that like one athlete that you're always kind of like almost kind of paired up with. It's almost like your training partner, your frenemy, if you will. Who is that person for you at Mayhem? Who's the person that you guys are always pushing each other, like, and somehow always end up matched up in an event or a test? Honestly,
it depends on the workout. Like if it's a gymnastic workout, for sure I want to go head to head with Rich because he's good at it also. So, and every time it's super tight race between me and him. If it's a barbell workout, I mean, I don't like it because every time I lose, but it's against Ailey because she's so fast. Mm-hmm. But it's a goal. It's a nice training partner to have to push on the pace for a barbell workout. I really like to have Luke Parker also as my training partner because he's a really powerful guy. Mm-hmm. And also it's incredible. He's a really good swimmer. He's a big guy, but he swim really fast. So when we go at the pound or at the lake to swim, I like to go head to head with him because he's pushing myself. So it's dependent of the workout.
Yeah. You mentioned that it is a long weekend at the games. It looks like there's 15 events. During that course, you are probably going to face some adversity, some disappointment. What have you learned about how to deal with that to make sure it doesn't entirely derail your competition?
Yeah, so I've been working with Jim Ansel, so the guy of Man Mindset here at Mayhem for the last year. And for me, because of what I live in the past, when I have like a bad workout, I've put too much frustration on it, and I'm thinking too much just about that workout instead of just like think about it for 10 minutes, be pissed, and just move on. So one thing I'm going to try to bring you for me this year. So we bring like a book. So after each workout, I'm going to take 10 minutes and write everything about it, even if it's good or bad. And after that, when I close that book, it's done. I have to move on the next one and make sure I don't lose any energy between the event and make sure I'm staying focused on what I have to do, feel my body, recover, stretch, and getting ready for the next workout. So I'm excited to test that and see how it's going to
go. You mentioned that you're like at the end of the Sunday, have your beer. Does that mean we're going to get to see you in the RV park hanging out with Senior?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Is the whole Mayhem team staying in the RV park?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Is that the first time you've done that?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I've been at 2019. I've been hanging out a little bit at the camper, but now living there for the whole weekend. It's my first time.
What's it like having that support system around you? Not just fellow athletes, but everybody that they bring?
Oh, it's so much easier. Oh, so much easier. Like they're being, I'm more than grateful for what they're doing for us. It's so much easier for me to just wake up in the morning and my job is, all right, so I'm getting ready to go to the bar and train, recover, do your job. And I don't have to think anything about those stuff because I know people are taken care of. So and honestly, it's big because I remember like last year in 2019, when I have to fix everything by myself or barely, it's a lot of stress, a lot of, like that you put on, and you want to make sure like your alternate room is booked or whatever. And just not have to think about those things. It's removing like a big weight on my shoulder. I'm like, all right, I know everything's gonna be fine with them. It's just stay focused on what I'm doing.
A lot of times when you see athletes that, finally break through at the top or in that upper echelon, there's kind of a moment when they finally knew that they had what it took to compete there. I'm curious if there was a moment for you that you really view as the turning point for you in your career and being like, okay, not only am I on the right track, but this goal of making the podium or maybe winning the games is actually realistic.
I'll say I have a couple of those moments. Like 2019, after the first day, when I was 6th overall, I was surprised for sure. But I was like, oh, it's possible to make it. I was like, yeah, I can make that happen for sure. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it, and I'm doing it right now. And last year, after stage 1, finishing top 10, I was like, yeah, I mean, it was online. So for some people, it was kind of like, it's online. It's easier for some people, and for some athletes, it's easier to compete also online. I'm like, it might be true for some, but for me, I'd prefer to be live and with other athletes because for sure you push harder on the field than in the gym. I can believe that for some athletes, it's easier to compete in their own gym with their home member to cheer. But for me, I'm like, it was nice to have stage 1 in Atlas games here in Mayhem, but I prefer by far to be on the field with other competitor and just push harder. So, I have a couple workouts like that. Just like recently at Atlas games, the snatch workout, everybody was like, "Oh, Sam's gonna crush it. He's a strong guy." Yeah, but it's not a 100 max. It's a barbell workout, cycling. So I was kind of scared about it, and my goal was to get 15 rep, and I got 19 at the end. So I was like, damn, yeah, it's going well. So.
Well, Sam, we really appreciate you taking the time to do this, taking the time out of your busy training schedule. Best of luck at the CrossFit Games, and hopefully we will see you in the Mayhem crew wandering around the RV park.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, guys.